Hello everybody, the alarm just went off and I had to wait a little bit before I can start filming again. I have not filmed something in like almost 3 weeks now, closer to a month at the time you're seeing this video, but I posted on my community tab yesterday that I've been sick for the past couple of days. And by sick I don't mean like the most common disease epidemic that's happening right now. I just have some stomach problems that finally caught up to me, and I decided that I have to film my monthly video today. I might as well do like a life update, what's been happening to me lately, since you know I shared it out there. I might as well explain myself a little bit. But bear in mind, I have been having massive headache for the past couple of days and it finally died down today. I wanted to film yesterday, but I couldn't because I had that massive headache, and it finally subsided to the point where I think I can manage like 2 videos. Don't film for like a whole month, but film 2 videos in one go. That's what you're gonna get. So if I wear the same outfit, then that's life. Honestly, since I've been having some stomach problems, I've taken liberty to take time off, but I wasn't posting videos to begin with because I just didn't feel inspired, or I had nothing to really post about. And I've mentioned this like many times before in my other videos that I don't really find myself that entertaining. I'm genuinely shocked and surprised when people look forward to my live streams or videos, and I'm really happy when people come back and you know try to have a conversation with me. It's nice knowing that at least you're contributing somewhat positively to someone's life, because I just feel like I do nothing most of the time. But yesterday I couldn't, like, I came home immediately, took a shower because it's so hot in Australia that sometimes I take 2 showers in a day. The moment I was done taking that shower, I basically fell asleep, and then I woke up to a copyright claim. Like, I'm already exhausted from being sick, and that's the last thing you want to see is a goddamn copyright claim. And I got so irritated. It wasn't even by a major company. It was by a fellow YouTuber's representative at a MCN, and I contacted the YouTuber and kindly let them know through Instagram and Twitter that I did not appreciate it because they copyright claimed one of my Monster Hunter live streams, and I was waiting for him to respond but he didn't. So eventually I saw him post a video like 30 minutes ago, so I knew he was active on his channel and I let him know that way. Like, he is well aware of the issues and he will do his best to let his company know that this is going on. But I wasn't the only one affected by it. There were several other like YouTubers affected by it. I was the only, I guess, quote unquote Western YouTuber affected by it. In YouTube's tools, you can actually trim out the quote unquote copyrighted bits, so I trimmed it out. The video was unlisted, so it means that unless you have the link to the video, you wouldn't have been able to see it anyway. So I don't know how he managed to be able to have access to it, but I guess if you're a MCN, you have like content ID claim codes and stuff, so you're able to get it. So that was an issue, and for like a good 5-6 hours nothing changed. So I got really annoyed because the moment I trimmed out the copyrighted bits that he did not own, by the way, Capcom is the only one that I will accept that will content ID claim me, but it wasn't Capcom, it was some other YouTuber who had 66k followers, and I don't want people to attack him because it was his MCN that did it on his behalf and not him. There's a difference. So his company that was representing him did it without his knowledge. Said I copyrighted claimed his live stream. Like, we're speaking 2 different languages. He's like speaking Mandarin because he's based in Taiwan, and I'm bloody he's speaking English, like broken English, but nevertheless it's still English. So I don't know where the similarities from that came from, and like I said, it's owned by Capcom, so I don't know what went on there. Yeah, nothing changed for a couple of hours, so I actually had to file a claim back because I was looking for ways to write up a copyright claim in a professional manner, but getting my point across as well. So I went across Game of Thrones TV, and that gave me the necessary boost and encouragement to like pursue it, because originally I was just gonna trim the copyright claim bit out because benefit from my videos for absolutely no reason. And then the moment I trimmed it out, immediately I got another claim on top of it, and then again and again and again, and I realized, oh okay, it's an issue, I have to file a claim. I was going to file a claim regardless, but I wanted to trim it out so he didn't get the opportunity to take anything from me during the time I was like trying to peel it, I guess. And I wrote out like, so you can write up to like 2,000 words, and I wrote about 1,010, something like that, expressing my thoughts that this is an abuse of power, you can't be doing this, you don't have the rights to this game, not that I know of. I've done extensive research before. I went off, okay? I don't just write stuff like that for no reason. I do know there's like serious consequences if it's incorrect, and I feel like the same should be said for like companies who just randomly strike some channels for no goddamn reason. But you know, that's the woes of being a quote-unquote YouTuber. I kind of threw up in my mouth a little bit by even saying that I am one, but it is what it is. I'll get back to the health thing very soon. I'm getting distracted like very easily. That's where I put all my eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna be using the Zoeva because that was the only palette I could reach for. I have a few over there, like sandwiched in between my stuff. But anyway, if you guys know who I'm talking about, please don't go attack the individual YouTuber. It has been resolved. He has released a claim as of yesterday. The moment I submitted it, I think I waited maybe 20 minutes. I thought it was gonna take like a couple of days before he gets the message and actually releases the claim, but he immediately released the claim, so everything's fine. Like, please don't harass anybody on my behalf because it's been resolved. I think he knows how mad certain people are because multiple people got claimed. I was speaking to a Japanese guy. I'm so sorry because I don't know how to read his name because it's in katakana. I can't read katakana. But he was in a similar situation as me, and I asked him, were you striked for the same reason? And I print screened my claim and I showed him because I saw him tweet about it, and I was on Twitter looking for if somebody was going through the same thing as me, and there was a few of them. And yeah, it's been resolved on my end. I'm not sure about the other people, but it has been resolved. Back to my health problems. So like I said, I don't even have a cold or a flu, but I'm a bit sniffly because of my stomach. I have what you call a acid reflux. Never had in my life. I have stomach issues. It's all because of I guess in a sense I do have a quote-unquote poor diet. Not because I eat like fatty foods or fried foods or anything that you would consider unhealthy. It's because I undereat, and I also don't eat on time. And what I mean is I constantly skip breakfast. I do make a conscious effort in the recent couple of weeks to actually have something before I go to work and stuff, but sometimes I personally just grab a cup of coffee and I go, and that's it. And I don't eat until like 3-4 p.m. in the afternoon. I get really tense when I'm doing stuff, so I tend to forget to eat and function like a human being, and that's not good. I know there's such a thing, intermediate fasting and stuff like that, but it doesn't work it is not beneficial for someone like me. Clearly I cannot be living like this anymore. When I have a day off, like for today for example, then I have a regular eating pattern, but even then it's currently 11 something a.m. and I had just had oats prior to filming this. And sometimes I don't eat before I film, I just do the coffee thing and that's it. I had to cut out coffee for 2 days so my stomach wouldn't hate me as much. First night that I cut out coffee, I don't know, that it was like the worst. I had the worst kind of headache that you could ever imagine because I had like withdrawals from the caffeine. It was not a fun experience. You've been drinking it for years and all of a sudden you just like stop. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, it is incredibly painful. I was fine the second day, but it took like that initial hurdle to push me through. But I'm drinking it right now. In fact, I have like a huge cup. I think it has like a level 3 intensity, which is not too much caffeine. This is mainly water. It should dilute the amount of caffeine, but I'm just like, I'm really craving for it. That sounds really bad, but I chose the most less intense caffeine that I own, so I can still have the flavor and a little bit of the caffeine. I'm just gonna be drinking water for the rest of the day, and this will be it for me. So I've been having stomach problems, not anything else. Although I am kind of scared to go out. I did go to the doctor's and have a conversation with him. That's the only time that I've been to a clinic and everybody was wearing a surgical mask. And it freaked me out. I've never seen Australia to be like this, but in times like these, I understand why people are more conscious about their health, and I don't have a mask and it scares me. But I got one yesterday from work, but I just didn't bring it with me because it's a one-time usage only. You're supposed to throw out after like 4 hours of using it. Because I'm kind of like having issues with my stomach, and because I have to fix my eating patterns, I have declined all outing offers because I was supposed to go out this Sunday and see my friends because I haven't seen them in like months. But I really am not in a position to go out like as of now. Yeah, but I'm just like wanting to let people know that I'm not dying. I'm doing okay. Like, I have 3 types of medication that I have to take every single day to like regulate stuff again, and is that I found out I eat a lot of acidic foods because you don't think about oranges, tomatoes, and all of those stuff. Like, I knew they were acidic, I just didn't know how much I was consuming. Like, I have tomato salads for lunch. Like, those like pre-packaged salad salad packs that I have, and I also really like oranges as a fruit because I try to eat as much fruit as possible in a day and cram as much vegetables as I could possibly can, and I tend to like citrusy stuff because I always like lemon water or like anything sour, spicy, stuff like that is not good for your stomach, especially when you don't eat enough to begin with and that's all you eat. No wonder it's gonna catch up to you. Even as someone who eats spicy stuff maybe like once a week or maybe like twice a month, that kind of ordeal, I do have the occasional spicy dish that I make that is so bad for you, but I don't make it every single day. Like, the only time you might see me have it is when I film for myself, if I'm filming that day, because that's the most exciting meal that I'm gonna ever have that month. And I really now need to eat enough calories. It's so bad. If you've been skipping meals and you haven't been eating properly, like, look at me. Like, I'm not even that old and it's finally caught up to me. But truth be told, I did mess up my eating pattern earlier on, and I did develop a can't say it because I will get in trouble, but let's read between the lines. I did have like that issue before, so that's why now I'm suffering the consequences. So it's harder for me to bounce back, but thanks to modern medication, I'm just seeing if I'm covering the mess because there's a mess over there. But yeah, anyway. So thanks to modern medication, I'm a lot better. A couple of days ago, I couldn't even talk because my throat was burning. And yeah, my throat was burning. I had a massive headache and I had trouble sleeping. The first night I was on my medication, it knocked me out. I had the best 9 hours of sleep ever in my life. And then the next day, I had a massive headache. And the day after, my throat was okay, but I still have the headache. It still like pounds on my head, and I still like occasionally have ear pain, only on my left side of the ear. just one central part of just usually the left side, not jaw pain, nothing, just like headaches. I think it is a side effect of one of the medications I'm taking, and I'm trying to like single out which one it is so I can talk to my doctor about it. Now I can get to nitty-gritty of the whole tea situation, because I understand that most people don't make it not even like 5 minutes into one of these videos, so it is a great time to talk about things like this, because for those of you who even made it to this point, you guys actually get to know like the real tea about stuff I don't really want to talk about. So I did a subtweet a couple of days ago, and I meant what I meant and I said what I said. If you want to hear what I'm up to, just follow me on either Twitter or Instagram. I usually like to post updates over there. But the whole situation was people were very confused as to who I was talking about, which is a good sign. It means that you're not involved in the situation. And even if you were, would you even respond to that? But basically, in a nutshell, I had issues with a person that a lot of people know about, and this happened at a very timely manner in both in real life and online. That this person that I know just so happens to have an overlapping personality. I won't be saying who it is because, you know, we just have way too many mutuals, and I really don't want to rat him out like that. If you figure out who he is, then you figure out who he is. If I were to say who it was, then there will be a divide, unfortunately. Yeah, I had issues with this person months ago, and I blocked them. Like I do with so many other people. I block a lot of people, so take your pick who it possibly could be. So I blocked this person, and it turns out months later that the person I blocked was actually a freaking creep. It happens more often than you would think. That usually the most like quote unquote charming personalities, I don't know about you, but I've dated men like that before in my past, and I've known people to be like that, so I can pick up those red flags pretty quickly. And I think it's because I have such a negative personality in real life. Maybe it doesn't show on camera, but I actually do, and I can just spot one of these people from like miles away, and it didn't feel right from the beginning for me. People call me dramatic, they told me too sensitive and couldn't handle a joke, but all I can say is that after months of witnessing the behavior of this person, not because I was looking out for it or because I was trying to see it, because I just share so many mutuals with this person, both in real life and online, which is really annoying, because even if you block them, you can still see the interaction between them and somebody else that I know. Like a couple of them had come to me in private and told me about how they were treated and how they want to expose this person, and I've seen the screenshots and I have it saved on my phone, so I do have evidence to back up my claim. But whether or not I choose to share it with the outer world is a different story. It's not a threat, it's just like, I know, I've seen it, I know, I'm with you. I understand where everyone who has been affected is coming from. Don't delete those screenshots because they're forever. You can deny it all you want, but it's gonna be there forever because the internet is forever. No one's gonna make it to this, but if you made it to this, then you might message me and ask me who it is. I won't tell you because I'm talking about 2 people in this instance. But yeah. If I've ever banned you off my channel, it's because you were a creep to even me or my fellow female friends on the street. Or just being creepy in general. That's the freaking tea. Don't be a creep. Anyway, I'll end the chat here because I need to film my actual video now. I hope that gives you a slice into my life, a little bit more understanding where I'm coming from, and I'm sorry for not posting for so long, but girl has been like really sick for the last couple of days, I guess closer to a week now. but I am getting better. At least I can talk, I can breathe better, and I have medication. I know the diagnosis. I went to the doctors, okay? I didn't just like come out with this explanation out of like thin air. I've been to the doctors, and I'm gonna end the video with don't be a creep and the internet is forever. And I hope to see you guys at a better state in the future. See you guys. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of this, and hit the like button if you enjoy this video, and leave a comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say to me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.